Greetings everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm your host Captain Ryan. Today's video has got me playing in my favorite tier 6 premium cruiser here in World of Warships, and what I honestly consider to be one of the most OP cruisers, right alongside the Pay Fast, the Kutuzov, and the Flint, because all 4 of these ships get a smokescreen. All 4 of these ships get high explosive. And, with the exception of the Pay Fast, 3 of them have 8+ kilometer torpedoes. Yes, that's right, I am playing in the HMAS Perth. Now, I love this little ship because when handled expertly, as you'll see in this battle, this ship is an absolute beast to deal with. And it throws a lot of enemy players off on how to deal with this ship because they see what is effectively a Leander, pops a smokescreen, and they don't fully understand that that smokescreen is a creeping smokescreen. It will move with you. The smoke duration is only 12 seconds. I think it normally is 15 seconds, but I have the smoke consumable module as a special module on this ship, specifically because of the type of smokescreen. What that does is it reduces the duration of the smokescreen, but because this is a creeping smokescreen, that only affects it by a few seconds, as opposed to several seconds like a standard smokescreen, but it increases the duration that it generates for. And since this smokescreen naturally generates for something like a minute and a half, that means with this module, this smokescreen generates for an insane amount of time. And so people just don't understand that I can pop this smokescreen, slow down to 8 knots, 1/4 speed, stay in a smokescreen, and continue sailing forward. So when they launch torpedoes or fire shells, as we'll see in this battle, the shells tend to fall behind where my ship is located. A couple of important captain skills that you should note that I have on this ship. I have the flight operations for catapult aircraft on the ship, so I get 2 catapult fighters. Since this ship doesn't have the best anti-aircraft, those 2 catapult fighters really do come in handy when dealing with carriers. 1, 2, those 2 catapult fighters really do come in handy when I have a smokescreen that lasts so long. And when I'm forward like this and there are other ships that are friendly that are tending to hide behind, it makes it a lot easier for me to spot what's around me. And it means that I'm going to have 2 fighters circling each other, going opposite directions, so they're not going to likely miss all that much. So I can spot torpedoes, I can spot destroyers, I can spot various things. Additionally, if an enemy cruiser decides to shoot one down, I still have one up. And of course, because they're cruiser catapult fighters, they last an insanely long time, 6 minutes. The other important skill that I have on this ship is inertia fuse high explosive. That means that I'm going to penetrate the bow of cruisers and battleships with my high explosive that's not going to shatter. It does reduce my chance for fires, but these are 6-inch guns, so that chance reduction is not a major thing. Now, as the battle gets underway, it's New Dawn, it's domination match mode. My team has already secured the B and C cap points. I got up here into C, secured that, and now I'm just letting this poor Omaha have it as I pretty much rip into him. This is a tier 7 maximum battle. The carrier is a tier 7 carrier, so do have to watch out for that. But of course, as you can see there, he's got his planes over there, but I'm in my smokescreen, and my smokescreen is finally wearing off. I've already managed to do 31,000 damage just in the smokescreen. But now you'll notice I've got a Gneisenau closing in on me. This is where having torpedoes is an excellent thing. This Gneisenau, of course, he is maneuvering, and he's going to continue to maneuver. And of course, there's another friendly smokescreen here from a friendly Leander. So because this guy's going to maneuver, trying to get my torpedoes out and basically just turn my ship broadside isn't going to work. Plus, didn't want to run into the friendly ship there, so I'm not going to be able to get torpedoes out at him. However, there is a ship coming behind him, and that ship coming behind him is the Cleveland. And the Cleveland looks kind of oblivious as he's continuing to sail there. Now, there are torpedoes going out at him. Those are from the friendly Leander, I believe, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put out my torpedoes as well. Single fire, because it's a British-style cruiser, this is always an excellent thing when you're leading a target. This Cleveland is going to continue to push up into the sea cap point. He's going to challenge it. He's not alone in challenging it at the moment. I think the Gneisenau is still in that cap, but we're going to see more of him as he continues to maneuver, as the friendly Leander is not in the best position. And of course, as you can see there, he's stationary in his smoke screen, using that smoke screen, where I had the option to continue to sail with it. Now I've got the armor piercing loaded here, and Cleveland and cruiser armor piercing don't always go well together because it's so hard to citadel him, but citadel him I actually managed to do, and he's very low health. I'm trying to get more shots off here. Let's see if I can finish him off, get another citadel there. Come on, no citadel, very low health, and of course by the time my shots would reach him anyway, he's going to be dead because he's got so much fire coming in on him. Now, you'll notice as this battle got underway and I sailed down to the sea cap point, I was only down here with a couple of cruisers down here. The vast majority of the team went elsewhere, but the vast majority of the enemy team rolled up to the sea cap point. I mean, look at that. They've got, what, like 3 battleships came down around here, at least 3 cruisers. There's actually 4 cruisers, I think. There was the Omaha, you saw the Leander, there's a York that's back over there as well, and the Cleveland. So lots of ships coming over here, and the carrier. But you can see how I played that. I popped that smoke screen, crept in there, continued the fire and the barrage, kind of picking on what I could, and picking on what I knew I could kill that could be a direct threat to me. Now, I'm going to go head back towards the sea cap point because there are a lot of targets back over at the sea cap point. My smoke screen is almost available again, and when I'm ready to fire, and this is something I see a lot of people that they forget to do this, in the Perth especially, because it's a light cruiser and it doesn't have a repair like the other British cruisers do, is they will open fire without popping that smoke screen. Now, I also have the concealment expert on this ship, because you've got to have the concealment expert on this ship. It basically makes you an effective submarine. You can almost stealth torp with that, and of course if somebody's chasing you, you can actually stealth torp, because they're going to sail right into your torpedoes while you're running away from them. Speaking of torpedoing, that Leander is maneuvering around. Now I've got a bit of a spread out here. I should have just done a standard spread instead of a single shot there, because I don't know what he's going to do, and as you can see the way those torpedoes are spread out there, that's going to leave him a massive gap, and he's probably going to have his hydroacoustic up. It is a Leander, so it does have that. This is one of the downsides to this ship, that you have to be really attentive to what's going on around you, who's around you especially. You've got to watch out for cheeky radar cruisers like the Payfast, like the Atlanta, not the Flint, and like other higher tier 8 ships as well. You also have to look out for things that have hydroacoustic, especially German hydro, because that thing's going to see you from a lot further away than, say, the Leander. I mean, just look here. He's still not seeing me. I'm seeing him. My hydro's up, but he's actually being spotted by a friendly ship there. I'm finally detected as he's effectively 3.5 kilometers away. So that's very, very close distance there. But I managed to take him out, finish him off. So technically, I don't have to be detected anymore. My smoke screen's still up, but I took off running here because I need to maneuver around. I want to get torpedoes away at this battleship over here on the opposite side of me. And the best way to do that is to effectively turn my ship around, since the torps on the other side are not available yet. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get these torps away at this Congo here. And this Congo in a really bad position because he's pretty much caught out in the open dealing with a couple of different ships in the back shooting at him. Of course, I've got out broadside onto a Congo. This is very bad. I actually slowed down. I thought my smoke screen was going to last longer than it did, and this could really, really hurt, but RNGesus, ever the troll, has managed to not give him any citadels or penetrations, really. It looks like he over-penetrated on everything that he hit. And I managed to hit him with 3 of my 4 torpedoes, set him on fire, flooding. He's pretty much done for, but somebody is shooting at him, and I really want this kill and not to let it go to somebody else. I could probably just leave him and let him die to flooding and burning. Now, my team definitely in the lead here. Look, we're way up on points. We're capping A, so they're not even going to have a cap at this point. There are a few enemy ships left. The enemy carrier's still in play, but not really, considering that our Saipan, another OP ship in the game, is captained by somebody who actually knows what they're doing. And boy, he has just ripped a new one into this Hear You player. And you're going to see this in the chat if you haven't already been paying attention. This Hear You player is really going to get salty about it. It's actually kind of funny looking back on it now. what I'm doing in the meantime is I am engaging this York. Now, this York is a heavy cruiser. He's got better armor, but I'm firing the armor piercing because he keeps giving me broadside, so why not? I'm at a range where it shouldn't be too bad. The York is actually firing high explosive, and he's doing a very effective job with the high explosive. He set me on fire twice. He's knocked out a gun turret. He's going to continue to do that. And you might be thinking, well, how are you going to survive this? You always come out on top. And you know what? Yeah, I could probably survive this. There are only 3 enemy ships left on the enemy team. And really, if I wanted to survive this, what I could do right now, put this fire out and then go hide behind this island. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to continue to push in and close and chase down this guy. My team is way up on points at this point. We're almost 900 points. We have all 3 caps. And this guy's being shot at by more than just myself. Now, I have high explosive loaded. I set him on fire, armor piercing back up again, and he manages to knock out, or he actually manages to set me on fire twice here. I managed to get my high caliber award here and didn't quite manage to finish him off before I burned to death, and I think ultimately died due to one last shot there. So, kind of unfortunate, didn't get to finish him off. But you know what, if you find yourself in this situation, like I did, you might as well just go for it. Your team is way up on points. There's almost no way you're going to lose at this point. I think it's an improbability that they would actually lose, considering this York. Well, he's still burning. He's on fire. My fire is still burning on him. Hell, this guy is not long for this battle. And now, there's only 1 ship left. And what's this ship? It's an Iron Duke. All the way on the far side, far away from any of the caps, all the way back at the border next to his spawn. So, there's no way he's turning this around. His team has got 53 points. If he dies, he loses. If he does nothing, he loses. I mean, just look at that. We're going to win on points easily. No questions asked. A wonderful victory. I didn't survive it. Could have if I wanted to, but then I wouldn't have gotten as much damage done and probably wouldn't have gotten my high caliber out of it. Still, 3 kills, 126,000 damage done in that game, 7,000 experience, and almost 600,000 credits earned overall. And 1 base cap. And look at all the base defense ribbons I earned. I think that's kind of cool. And I got a couple of secondary hits, which you never see on these kind of low-tier cruisers. Of course, top of the team for XP earned at over 2,000 base XP for the actions taken there. With limited support, holding off an entire enemy team at the C-cap point. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, you can do so by following me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me in the channel, you can do so by becoming my supporter on Patreon. Patreon supporters receive additional benefits and perks. If you've got a replay like this one that you'd like to see featured on my channel, you can send it to my email address. And if you'd like to watch me play various games, including World of Warships, yes, I brought that back, live, you can do so by following me on Twitch. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.